What is going on, guys? Chris here. Welcome to another God Guide for Smite 2. This God we are going to have is Amaterasu. She is also coming over from Smite 1. We're just going to jump right into her kit. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Going right into her passive. Similar to Smite 1. Illuminating Strike. Basic attack. Enemies 3 times to illuminate with weaknesses, causing them to and other nearby enemies to take more damage from all sources. 10%. So you can see this little yellow circle around Ymir here. Everybody in that circle is going to take 10% more damage from all sources. It is a wildly good passive. And what we're going to do here, we're going to jump right into her first ability, which is arguably the strongest ability in this game, in my opinion. Heal yourself for 220, scaling with intelligence, over 4 seconds, alternating between gold and red buff effects. Gold buff provides a health shield for 6 seconds on activation and a persistent movement speed buff. So the movement speed buff she had in the past, which is what I have on right now, also when you change to it, it gives you a shield. Yep, sure does. Red buff gives you attack speed for 6 seconds and a persistent 30 plus 10% strength, and 50 plus 10% int scaling intelligence. So you are giving your teammates intelligence, strength, and then you're getting attack speed. Or you're swapping over to gold and you are getting a health shield and movement speed. Heal per tick, 55, 5% intelligence scaling. Shield health, 8% of your HP. And this is on a relatively low cooldown. I don't have any items on right now. It is a 12-second cooldown, so you get, decent amount of cooldown. This is on like a 6-second cooldown. Cast time lasting for 4 seconds, right? So you switch. Right, now I have attack speed for 6 seconds, and I have some more strength and intelligence. And I'm also giving that in an aura to all my teammates. Arguably one of the strongest abilities in the game. Then I switch back over. I gain a shield and movement speed. Wild value out of it. Wild value. Healing, strength, intelligence, attack speed, shield, movement speed. In an aura. It's wild. It's a wild ability. Heavenly Reflection. Similar to Smite 2. Again, charge your mirror. Damage scaling. So she is going to have some strength, some intelligence scaling. A little bit hybrid. Deal and take damage to charge the mirror. Base damage is doubled when the mirror is fully charged. Projectile passes through enemies, passes through walls. Damage scaling, 65%, 85% intelligence. You still get the damage reduction up to 15%. Damage reduction scaling with 5% intelligence. So, you can see the shield charging here on the bottom left there, and then you shoot. The good quality of life change that they made. You can cast the 2 a lot quicker. In the past, if you wanted to like spam this and get one out very quickly, it would be much slower than this. Much slower. There was like a time period you had to wait. So mitigation scaling with intelligence, in decent base damage. Decent base damage. Right? Get that charged here. 223 with no items, right? Yeah, it's good. Third ability, same thing, similar to Smite 1. Silence in a dash, scales with strength, base damage. The good thing about this dash, it feels a lot better. You know how anybody who is a Ama connoisseur, there's always just weird interactions with her dash. Not as many that I've seen in Smite 2. You can still do the plays where you cast your shield, dash, cast it, etc., etc. That's all pretty similar. And then we go to her ult. Again, very similar to Smite 1, not a big change. However, if you guys are new to Smite, it attacks deal more damage and have bonus effects on each subsequent hit. Your second hit deals 1.2 damage and slows. Third hit deals 1.4 damage and stuns. Scales with strength and intelligence. And it has all the durations down below. However, the thing about her now is you stun on your third hit in an area around you, not just where you're casting. And I'll let you see it here. You stun in that entire range there. Okay? And you can still do the same thing. You can still charge your shield. You can still charge your shield and ult. And then cast the shield while ulting, etc., etc. You can use relics, right? Sunder. You can use different things during your ult. Not much else here. As a character, she's very strong. I've seen her played in the jungle. I've seen her played in support. I've seen her played in solo, obviously. Very good sustain. Very good team character with the auras. Base damage is very high. The movement speed aura is just going to be incredibly beneficial for your team. And then you can swap to this to burn an objective. All the above. Very safe character. CC immune ult with some movement on it, with a stun, with a big AoE stun. The dash plus movement speed. She's a very safe character. A lot of sustain, as you can see in her kit, especially with cooldown. A lot of base damage. She's just a very effective character. Maybe not the most interesting character from my aspect, but warriors are just generally a little bit more boring to me than other characters. Counterplay potential, using her silence properly is obviously going to be big. Get into the back line, ult to somebody. It probably is just going to one-shot him at that point if you're like full build. She doesn't need much in her kit to be able to do that. Like even if I get, you know, charging up the shield here and I killed that Emir with that ult damage, but you see what I mean. Not much else. You're just going to play around your team really on Ama. Use the auras to help. Use the reflection to get a decent amount of mitigation, right? Be charging this mitigation. If you guys don't know what it means it is mitigating any damage you're taking, even true damage. So you're mitigating 15% plus some scaling. So if you're going to take 100 damage, you're going to take 85 now. If you're going to take 1,000 damage, you're only taking 850 now. And that math just stays while she has this active. As she's taking damage, it charges up and does more damage. And then you cast it, hitting somebody, killing them in one shot. Not actually one shot, but it's a good character. Fun. Not much difference from Smite 1. Just another God guide in case you guys were looking to see how to play the God. If you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe. The channel's doing great. Thanks to all y'all, and I'll see you guys next video. Goodbye.